here's to hoping it all works out perfectly. Okay. Good morning, ladies, and it is bright and early on a Saturday. It's 8:30, and I just got done with my appointment to get my labs drawn and to get an ultrasound, because what better way to start your morning than getting up close and personal with one of those wands? You know what I'm talking about. But not so great news. I had 4 follicles growing on Thursday, 3 on the right, 1 on the left, and they're all still there today and growing. There's 1 on my left and 1 on my right that are really close to 15, which is getting over the hump to mature, and then the other ones are still trailing behind in the teens though. So that's concerning. They'll call me back this afternoon, because depending on the estradiol level, they'll be able to tell if those littler ones are actually like trying to grow or if they're just empty, right? Follicles don't necessarily equal mature eggs, so the estradiol helps them determine how many mature eggs are maturing. So that'll be a bummer if that doesn't work out. And I had to get more Gonal-F because I didn't have enough Gonal-F to get me through, because my doctor really thought I was going to be triggering today or tomorrow. But instead, they're going to call me this afternoon with a game plan, but may or may not be. More Gonal-F time and growing, and another ultrasound on Monday. But remember, I leave on Wednesday, so cuddling needs to happen. Yay, fertility treatments. Whatever. No need to get too worked up before, before anything happens. Anyway, gonna go have a walk now. Just gonna go walk. It's, as you can see, I'll try to like not give you whiplash, but it's like a very overcasty day. So, I'm gonna take advantage of it not being a gajillion degrees out and go walk. Oh my gosh. Also have to show you something really critical and important. And it is this unicorn shirt I am wearing. It's amazing. And then down, let's see if I can be competent at this. It says, "Believe in your effing self." And I love this shirt. I got it for speaking on a panel. And I was like, worth it. I don't need to be paid because I got this swank t-shirt. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is ridiculous and off topic anymore. So I will check in with you this afternoon. Bye. I am out and about trying out a new park because just a little downcast, disappointed by today's news. My doctor led me to believe that today would probably be trigger, and now we're contemplating whether or not we have to cancel. So I got outdoors and I'm trying out a new park, playing some Pokemon Go, not pogoing. Anyway, so I got outside just to like lift my mood and everything, and it is a gorgeous day. Like I said, it's been steamy hot here, and today it's actually bearable, so it's really nice to be outside. And this new park is like super beautiful and has a bunch of water features and stuff, so it's really helping. And it's just nice to get outside, get some exercise. Anyway, I'll check back in when I get the call this afternoon. Bye.
Hello?
Hey, I just got out of my doctor's appointment. We have a 17, 2 16s, and then a 15.3.
Does that mean we gotta cancel?
It depends. Doctor will call me after 1 today, after they get the blood results back. But the nurse said that they're usually only comfortable with triggering 3 mature follicles if we're comfortable with triggering 3. But because the 4th one is just right on the edge, 15 is the cutoff, and it's a 15.3, that maybe Dr. will be okay with it. And she said, you know, chances of triplets are 1%, and then chances of twins or 5 when you do stuff like this, but it's not a lost cause and we have to wait.
What do you feel about that?
I felt more comfortable once she told me the odds. I didn't realize they were still so slim for that, right? But I guess that makes sense because, you know, the chance of one egg producing a pregnancy is only like 15 to 20%, right? Anyway, I just wanted to give you an update and let you know that we're waiting for a call at around 1.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
I don't know what we'll do. She might call it off and then it will be a canceled cycle, which will be a shame because I kind of wanted this one to be, I know I said this about last cycle too, but I kind of wanted this one to like be the last one before we take like a little mini summer break. Like I said, I got more news about work and I'm definitely switching roles come July 1 and it might be into something totally new. I don't know what it is yet. Isn't that fun? I know I'm switching roles. I don't know what it is yet. So I'm definitely switching roles and I'd really like some transition time there. So I can really crack down. Usually at my company, it's really intense and learning a new role is very intense. So I just don't want to be hopped up on hormones during that time. I mean, I think you can understand that. Anyway. Sorry, got off on a tangent. These aren't vlogs, these are infertility updates. So we're gonna wait for a call from my doctor. She looks the fate at her hands. We are so pro at getting news that requires us to wait on more news. That is like our signature in this journey right now. So it is definitely testing my patience. I think I will go grab my work stuff, go find a Starbucks, get a hot chocolate. I will not get lemon bread. See, some restraint is there because that lemon pound cake's like 500 calories a slice because it's delicious. Can I get more rambly in this nonsense? I will check in back with you gals after the phone call this afternoon. See? Sitting crying in a parking lot because I just had a therapy session and I totes thought I was fine. But I thought it was relevant to show that sometimes infertility is really hard and coming to grips with the fact that you can put all of your effort in and still lose is important. That's the game we're playing. And I know people learn this lesson in a million different ways. Eventually, you have to really come to grips with the fact that the world isn't fair, and sometimes you're going to put all of your efforts and energy and money into something, and it's not going to pay off. Anyway, let's do this. Anyway, look. Now I look like a normal person who hasn't just had an emotional breakdown. Sunglasses, an important part of any infertility survival kit. You're gonna be crying. Summary, life isn't fair. You gotta get over it and continue on because babies aren't gonna make themselves, obviously. I'm gonna go get a very large cherry limeade from Sonic. It is a tradition. Whenever I cry in a car, I have to go get a cherry limeade, and it's partially because the staff at Sonic gives 0 Fs about you or what's in your car or your emotional state, and they will hand you your cherry limeade and say no questions, and I appreciate that. That's all it takes. You have a little bit of an existential crisis about how the world's unfair, and you know what fixes it? Like a 5-minute cry and a frickin' cherry limeade. Check back in with you guys to tell you the game plan at whether or not the cycle is canceled. Okay, bye. Alrighty, ladies. Okay, got my Sonic, got my cherry limeade, got a fresh coat lipstick on, and I got a call from my RE. So, feeling pretty good. The nurse said that we are good to go, no more injections tonight. So I did 3 days of 50, 3 days of 25, going to stop tonight, trigger tomorrow, which is good because I leave Wednesday for work and it's happening again. Hold on, the camera's trying to make a break for it. Like I said, I will leave Wednesday, so it's good that we are triggering tomorrow, or else we would have run out of time, which would have been bad. I wanted to go over really quick the odds of getting multiples off this cycle though, since there are multiple follicles, so there's chances of multiples. Assuming a 20% success rate with any given follicle, these are the stats that my math yielded. 20% is pretty optimistic, pretty high. Some people will have it go as low as 15. The chance of getting twins is around 4%. Triplets would be 0.3%, and quadruplets would be 0.16%. So pretty small. Obviously, twins kind of being your only tangent, like really substantial chance there. And 4% is way higher than naturally, obviously. Your chances of multiples only accounting for like 4.5% of the time, so you have a 95% chance of a singleton or no pregnancy. Granted, our odds have not been in our favor in the past, but we're willing to risk that for this cycle. All right, ladies, it is the last day of my medicated cycle. Tonight is trigger night, but I'm not at home. I'm going to see Dirty Dancing with the husband. Say hello, husband.
Hello.
He is behind the camera tonight, but it leaves me in an awkward situation because you're supposed to trigger between 8 and 10 p.m. and obviously the show starts at 8, so I'm gonna fudge it just a wee bit and take the shot right before the show. But I didn't think about the fact there's like a lot of people around getting in and out of their cars, and I wore a adorable dress, but that also means that I need to like pull my dress all the way up to give myself my shot in my stomach. You know what? It's just rather inconvenient, as infertility tends to be. So I'm gonna like weirdly climb in the back of my car and like shoot up before I go enjoy a musical. Nothing weird about that. Alright, bye. Obviously be putting out a 2-week wait video, and I'm probably going to not test out my trigger this time around. I'm also going to try to be doing one distraction every day of my 2-week wait, since I won't be taking pregnancy tests, and I'll do a real true 14 days later 2-week wait pregnancy test. Oh my gosh, it's making me a little nervous just to say it. Just to say that I'm not taking any tests for that entire time. Am I gonna break? Do you think I can make it, ladies? Do you think I can? Or do you think I'm gonna test early? So that's it. I will check in with you